welcome back. So we were talking about several different things having to do with the First Amendment, but I was wondering if any of you knew, any of you in the audience knew that it was now illegal to protest at a political rally.
Well, if the Secret Service is present.
If the Secret Service is present.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
You have to be outside.
This apparently happened in 2012.
Yeah, maybe 5 years ago.
So none of y'all voted for that. Okay.
Aren't there like peaceful protest areas where you're supposed to go and like have your picket sign?
Not in the arena.
In that kind of situation,
outside.
Yeah. And again, peaceful protest is sort of, it's part of our constitutional right, right? But now we have a law where you can still peacefully protest, but not necessarily at a rally where you have a political candidate that's protected by the Secret Service.
And you can, in fact, be imprisoned for up to a year for trespassing, correct? So
they really should have done all this before he got the Secret Service, because once he started to get numbers in the polls, then he got Secret Service.
Yeah, but you know, I think most people didn't take it seriously. And most people, that's why no one said after the first 4 dozen things that he said that were offensive and disgusting. No one said, I mean, come on, you know, nobody said anything. Nobody said a word. The Republicans didn't say anything. None of the folks, none of the 25 people on that day said jack.
You know, but when you watch him, do you see somebody who's all there? I see somebody who's... I don't see a complete package of, like...
Do you know what I see?
He seems nuts to me sometimes,
I see someone who has been so trained by his media professionals, and I mean, they all are. They all have people there telling them what to say, but he seems like a hollowed out tree. I know what you mean. Like, he just kind of is missing something there.
Frank Rooney in the New York Times said, this is so good. He says, what eggs Trump on is the sound of his name, uttered by pundits, rivals, crowd. It's like, you know, he's in bed with the girl and it's like, who's your president? Who's your president? You know, like that.
To be fair, that works with any man.
Just call my name out.
I don't think you can say,
oh God, you have to say, oh, Trump. You know what I'm saying?
He's like a...
But I think if you say media trained, I think he's the least media trained because he's not a politician. In fact,
he's very media trained. You know, 6 years of doing that damn show, he knows exactly what he's doing. Listen, to me, here's what makes me uncomfortable about him. Power has a way of making people believe they are omnipotent.
Yeah.
And I am...
Well, that's where he's at.
Concerned that the power that he has, which allows him to say, I'm going to make sure that the media, you know, I can change the law. You can't
He
just...
says he's going to change the libel laws.
Listen, man. Hold up. Learn the job first.
But
you know,
to that point,
Go ahead.
I don't think we can be dismissive, though, of the anger that he... Not of Trump, but of the anger he's tapped into.
I'm not being... Listen, the anger is the anger. People are angry. We're all angry. I would like to be... I don't want to pay 45% of my taxes. I'm pissed off, too. But
that's
I'm
just
not
federal.
slapping people around. I'm not slapping them yet.
But that's the thing. It's like one of the things that bothers me about this notion that they want to have a broker convention if, you know, if Trump is sort of the presumptive nominee. The people have spoken in terms of who they want. They seem to want
They're not paying attention closely enough.
But that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, for me, when I look at him, Joy asked me what I see.
Yeah.
I see someone who is getting drunk with power.
Yeah.
And that's why it's uncomfortable for me. I'm not saying people shouldn't vote for... You should vote for whoever you want. But you should know what you're aligning yourself with.
He has his name all over buildings. I mean, you walk down New York, it's like Trump, Trump, Trump everywhere you look.
And he lies about everything. He's a liar. He's a pathological liar.
They all lie to a certain extent, Joy. I don't think people like him. They all lie. They all lie.
You never see the discrepancies in what he says. On the one hand is the First Amendment, the First Amendment. Then he wants to stop the newspapers from writing bad things about him. Well, that's the First Amendment too, Donald.
Yeah. But it goes where the sun is in the sky. We've said that. There's an interesting clip I think we should all take a look at. Marco Rubio, who at the moment is not doing great, was asked by other reporters if he would continue to support Trump if Trump wins the nomination. Let's see his answer.
Oh, yeah.
You support him as the nominee if he's the nominee?
I don't know. I mean, I already talked about the fact that I think Hillary Clinton would be terrible for this country, but the fact that you're even asking me that question, I still, at this moment, continue to intend to support the Republican nominee. but it's getting harder every day.
First of all, it looks like his dog just died. I'm like, is everything okay? He looks very upset. But I have to tell you, I've heard from a lot of Republicans who, you know, support Marco even, that if Trump does win that nomination, they will not support him. And in fact, they're so worried about what he's going to do to the conservative party that they're willing to vote for Hillary in order to make sure that he doesn't get in there and ruin everything.
I don't believe that for a second. I think people get behind that curtain and they vote
You know what? I agree with that. You know why? They would rather have Hillary Clinton in there for 4 years, obstruct her mercilessly the way they did with Obama, not let her do any damn thing so she looks bad to the country. Then they'll put one of their automatons in there, and then we'll have 8 years of Republicans. That's their plan, is my theory. What do you think of that?
I never heard that. Have you been thinking about that?
I just made it up.
You just made it up? I love it.
We'll be right back.